Hi, welcome to my channel, Takoyaki Tarot. Today is Friday, March 28th, 2025. So, before I get started, I want to remind anyone that's watching that these messages are not going to resonate with everyone, and that's okay. If they resonate with you, you do clarity, great. If it does not, then period. Don't force it to be a story. It's like, let me stop. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and start pulling cards and see what happens. Give me a second, hold on. I need to... I want to see something real quick. Okay, cool. So I did 2 videos yesterday. If you haven't seen them, go check those out. Go check out all my videos. Watch them. Learn something. Feel something. Express something. Okay? Divulge into the depths of what is and what could be. Alright, so I'm just waiting for some sage. It's gonna pop. I had an interesting dream last night. I'm not going to talk about the whole dream itself, but I did notice something. I've been noticing some very interesting dreams in my dreams lately. And something that I noticed last night in my dream was So I do this thing sometimes in my dream where I like time travel. I either go forward or I go backwards, right? And last night I had went back in time, and I went back. And this is, I've noticed the past couple months, right? It's like as it's been going farther and farther back in my personal timeline, I guess I should say, right? So like a couple months ago, it started, like the first past dream I had was maybe like around, so a couple months ago I had a dream, right? And it took place maybe like a couple months from that point, right? And then a week or so later, I had another dream, and it took place a couple years, right, from that point. And then it's been going farther and farther back. And last night, the dream I had took place where I was in middle school. And it was interesting because everything was almost the same, right? And like I knew exactly the time I was in, I knew where I was in, but I also knew like I was like in my consciousness now, like I was in my era now, right? It was me now, everything that I know now, but back in that time, I was in that body, right? Which was very, very eye-opening. Wow, it was very eye-opening, right? I even yelled at somebody or called someone out in that dream as well. It was something like, it was like, alright, doesn't really matter. But that's something I've been noticing, okay? And to be honest, it's kind of fun, right? Because it's kind of like, you know that saying, if I knew then what I know now, right? So it's interesting going back in time and seeing things from the lens and perspective of now, of the things that you know now, the lens that you have now, the eyes, the wisdom, the foresight, blah, 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 that you have now. So it's interesting to see these things from a whole new different perspective, right? It's still you, but at the same time it's not. Okay? So I find those dreams to be quite interesting and very eye-opening. So I do feel like for a lot of you, you're going to be getting a whole new perspective. So if there was something that took place at a certain time, a certain place, event, whatever, for you, right, or around you, at a certain, like for in the dream last night, it was when I was in middle school, all right. So for some of you, something took place when middle school is like still a child, right? That's like what, between the ages of like 11 and 13, 14, right? So there could have been something that took place between the ages of 11 and 13, 14 for you, collective, middle school age. But I feel like, so if you viewed at, if you always, there was something that happened, or an event, or whatever the case it is, and you've always seen it from one side, one angle, one perspective, because that's all you knew at that time, you're about to get a whole different clarity, a whole different perspective. Like you're gonna see, like you're only seeing it from forward, right? So something, you're gonna have like a revelation, a premonition, a message, someone's gonna contact, whatever, however this is gonna happen for you, but you're gonna finally be seeing something, because I just had a lisp. So you've been seeing something, or you've known something to be like in front of your face. You're gonna have a revelation. You're gonna see something from a different angle, like from the side of it or from behind of it. You're gonna see something, and it's going to like kind of blow your mind away in a way, because it's like, wow, like I said, when I went back in time in my dream, right, it was with all the wisdom and like who I am today. So I was able to see things for as they are, for what they were, different perspective, blah blah blah. Because when you're in middle school, you're a kid. Your focus is really what's in front of you, right? What you know, what's in front of you, blah blah. You're a child, so in a way you're still like innocent and naive, and right. So I feel like a lot of you are going to finally, something's gonna click. You're gonna realize something, and it's not anything to be ashamed or sad or upset about or angry about, because you know, for a lot of you, you were a child in that moment. So how can you really, how could you have been expected to see something for what it really was, right? Especially as a child, right? So I feel like you guys are gonna be realizing some things, or some things are gonna be clicking into place, or noticing little things here and there, right? Because of where you are now. And for a lot of you, these things are going to be things from your childhood that you're going to be realizing, right? And I feel like for a lot of you, you're being called to remember things from your childhood, or your past, or your young adult years, or your teenage years, whatever the case it is, because you're being called to, for some of you it might be painful, but you're being called to remember them, to look at them, and then kind of like step back from your point of view and really see the bigger picture of that event, or that situation, or that person, or that whatever, right? And it's really going to help you, like, oh wow, because for some of you, a lot of the times, right, you look at things through rose-colored glasses because of the love that you have, the relationship that you have, or the innocence, right? Because happy rainbows and sunshines, right? And for a lot, if you tend to have that childlike wonder, you tend to want to see the best in people, right? But a lot of the times, you also need to be a little realistic, right? You can still keep that childlike wonder, but you also need to make sure that you're utilizing that as well. And that, you know what I mean? Anyways, so that was interesting, right? And so yeah, you guys are going to be realizing a lot of things. For some of you, it could be about your family members or your siblings that you're going to be realizing certain things about. cycles. Cycles upright. So there could have been a cycle that was around you or that you were stuck in without even realizing that you were stuck in. This could have been a cycle of illusion. What was it that I read? It was something like a lot of you were in cycles of giving love to the wrong people, places, and things because of the illusion that they presented in front of your face. Alright? So a lot of you could be realizing that the people, places, and things that you were giving love to were not, they were undeserving, they were false, they were fake, phony. You were giving genuine love to plastic. Genuine love to basically like inanimate objects, NPCs, right? Things that could not love you or weren't deserving of your love or things like that, okay? And I feel like because of you, collective, because of your heart, your nature, it's literally in your nature to be a loving being. So of course, right? But a lot of you could be, that's what I'm saying, don't be, when these realizations happen, don't be upset, don't be angry, don't be sad, right? Because a lot of you could be realizing, like, wow, I gave that person love and they didn't really, or I gave that job love and they didn't really, or I gave that home love and it really wasn't, you know, whatever it is. But I feel like a lot of you are remembering things from the past, right? And because of the wisdom and the eyes that you have now, you're able to see things for what it really is, right? Versus how you were seeing it because it was in front of your face at that time. 2 cards on the fence. Chaos on the fence, risk on the fence. Hold on, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Okay, so with chaos on the fence and risk on the fence, there could be somebody in your past. There could be a family member. Whether this is someone who married into the family or this is like a blood family member. For some of you, this could be a family member that's like adopted, or you're the adopted one. But there is someone in your energy that wants you. There's something very calculated too. Either you have to be very calculative, or this person is trying to figure out a way how to like outsmart you. But God. You see, you got to be careful who you're going to play games with, because you don't know who is well versed in when it comes to mind games. Okay? You got to be careful. But there's somebody in the energy that wants you to take a risk, and this risk is supposed to incite chaos around you, for you, in your life. Somebody wants you to create chaos for yourself. They want you to be a chaotic person, a chaotic individual. They want you to be the embodiment of, wow, you see, what a messy person. They want you to be messy, chaotic, unhinged, having crash outs left and right. They want you to be that person where they can be like, yeah, I would be careful with that person. They want you to be that person where they can say that about. They want you to be that person where they can gather around, sit back and be like, oh my God, did you hear what happened? Oh my God, I know. They want you to be the topic of that. They want your name to be joined together with those words and those sentences. They want so badly for them to say that about you. But you're not that person. You're not doing those things. You're very stable, of sound mind, sane, grounded, stable. I said stable twice now, right? You're very emotionally intelligent, right? You're able to manage your mind, your emotions, your finances, your stability, your health. Okay, you're on top of all of that. You're good. And so that's why they're trying to find a very calculative way of trying to get you to create chaos for yourself, right? We're trying to really get you to be this chaotic person, be in this chaotic energy. With risk on the fence and chaos on the fence, it's first of all, it's a risk for them to even trying to do this to you. It's a risk for them trying to get you to be in this very chaotic energy, and it's not happening. But this is something that they're doing right now. This is something that's in progress. This is magic that they're doing right now. Okay? They're doing this right now. This is what they're trying to do. And I don't even think they realize that this is a risk. Them doing this right now, especially where you are, okay? Where you are right now, this is, I'm telling you, I'm hearing blowback. This is gonna blow back on them real bad, because this is like 2 level 1 goblins trying to attack level 72 avatar, right? And it's just like, it doesn't make sense. So that's what they're currently trying to do right now. Yesterday, in my yesterday's reading, I did 2 readings yesterday, right? And I made sure that they were hours apart from each other. And whoa, can I have it? Can I have it? Thank you. And I made sure that they were hours apart from each other, right? And a lot of the similar cards came out, like Privileged Lady in reverse. Oh no, Mature Woman in reverse came out, and then like...
You can have it.
I can't have it?
I bet you have it.
Can you bring me a small piece, please?
Okay.
Thank you. So basically, 2 karmic females came out in yesterday's reading, and I made sure that they were hours apart for a reason, right? And I did that so I can see if the energy is still lingering, and it was, right? Because there are 2 karmic feminine that are in your energy that's still doing the same BS, and they're still trying to do the same BS, and they're doing this right now. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to get you to be in some sort of chaotic, weird energy, right? That's why it's to get you to have like an alternate ending. You know how like some movies, they have an ending in the theaters, and then like when you buy the DVD, there's like an alternate ending, and that ending is not the one in the movie theaters. So your ending is the ending, like you already have an ending. The way your life is going to end out, your lineage, your both, right? All of that, right? So they're trying to get you to have like an alternate ending by getting you to make certain decisions right now, because the decisions that you make right now is going to greatly impact your future. And this is what they're trying to do. They're trying to get you to be in this chaotic energy, so you're just like chaotic all over the place, doing this, doing that, blah 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 blah, right? So that way, just so they can have the satisfaction of being like, yeah, did you hear the collective? Oh my god, I know, I knew it. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. You know, but like they want so badly to have your name in that kind of malicious sentence. I didn't even want to use this deck, but message of concern upright. I feel like I'm getting 2 things for this. They want so badly to like hear some bad news or sad news, and I'm using quotation marks because to them, whatever sad or bad things or terrible, tragic thing that happens to you, and that would be like the cream of the crop to them. That would be just exactly what they wanted. They'd be like, oh, but on the inside, they're doing backflips and woohoo, yeah, because that's what they want. Again, you gotta remind yourself that these are people that want so badly to, oh my god, I know, can you hear, oh, I know, did you hear, oh, right? They want so badly to have your name in a tragic or sad or terrible sentence. Like they want your name to be with that so badly. And I feel like for a lot of you, the magic that they're doing is to get you to do something with your life or yourself or your job or your neighborhood or your home or your children or your partner or your environment, whatever the case it is, right? And they're waiting. They're waiting to hear this. They're waiting to be like, oh my gosh, did you hear? I can't believe it. Like that's what they want. So they're waiting. They're waiting to see if their magic is working. You could be also having people that's like constantly asking you like, how's it going? How's it going? How you been? How you been? How's it? How are you? How are you? How's it going? Right? But you'll notice the difference between just like versus like when you go to the doctors and your doctor, okay, so how's it been? But right, because that's your doctor's job. But if these are people that like are being like pushy about it, okay, so what's new? Okay, so how are you? So how's this? How's that? How's this? How's that? And it's very like not intrusive, but it's like, okay, you're doing too much now. Relax. You'll notice the difference, right? Like that's your right. It's just real. It's annoying. You're gonna notice like the difference, right? It's because they're waiting to hear, is my magic working? You might as well just ask me if your magic is working. Is my magic working? Is my magic working? Is my magic working? Just you might as well just ask that, because when you're asking, oh, how's this? How's that? How are you? All I'm hearing is my magic working? Is my magic working? Like, you might as well just be upfront about it, like, right? So that's that. Oh wow, the number 14, right? So this could have been a karmic feminine since you've known since you were 14, or there could have been a karmic feminine that was doing something since you were the age of 14, or something's been happening to you since the age of 14. I did say between the ages of 11 to 13, 14, right? That's like middle school age, right? Depending. I say depending because if you fail a grade, you have to repeat it, obviously, right? So let's say you fail a grade, and let's say eighth grade is like what, 13, and you fail 8th grade, and by 14 you're in 9th grade, but you failed, so you're 14 in the 8th grade. So that's what I'm saying. I know this because I failed a grade or 2 or 3, so I know what I'm talking about. I failed a couple grades, so I got held back a lot. So yeah. So yeah, so that's what I'm saying, between the ages of 11, 13, 14. Alright, let's see. Moving on. I do want to I'll do one of these, two of these, and then tarot. And then I'll close it off with one of these. So that's 3 total for this. So 1, 2, tarot, 1. Okay, and then 2 of these. Okay. 1, 2, 1, tarot, 1, 2. Okay, so I need 2 of these. 1. Courtship. Reverse. Mature woman in reverse. This woman has been coming out of my readings like non-stop lately. Coffin in reverse. Yeah, it's because this woman, this mature karmic feminine, she doesn't want to stop doing something. She doesn't want to put an end to whatever this weird magic is. So basically, she doesn't want to put an end to trying to get you to mess up your life. She can't mess up your life. Maybe she was able to mess up your life for a very long time, blah, 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 right? But then you're just like, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm going to stop, right? So she can't, like, mess up your life. She can't get you to mess up your life. I don't even think she realizes that she can't do this. I think that's what it is. She doesn't realize, so what she's doing now, the magic that she's doing now, is to get you to mess up your life. But what she doesn't realize is that she doesn't have access, she doesn't have permission, she doesn't have the allowance to do so. She's not allowed to get you to mess up your life. She cannot do that, because that's not what's written for you. That's not the plan that the universe has for you. So here she is trying to get you to mess up your life, and the universe is like, just eating a bagel, like, yeah, that's not gonna happen, with crumbs all over its face, like, yeah, that's not happening. And then we have courtship. So basically, there's karmic feminine is trying to get you to mess up your life so that way you can't be in a divine partnership. This divine partnership is already set in stone. It's written in the sand. It's etched into the stars. You're fated. You're destined for this divine partnership. It's happening. It's on its way. It's in progress already. It's set. It's done. You're getting this. You're in this. You're achieving this. You're receiving this. And here she is trying to do this weird magic, trying to get you to mess up your life so you don't get this. But one, she doesn't realize she's not allowed to do this, so it's not going to work. And two, it's already here. This divine partnership is already here for you. And here she is like a loser, waiting. Is my magic working? Is my magic working? And she's not. She has no intentions of stopping this. Poverty. She needs to stop. This is someone who's very spiritually poor. They cannot manifest. They cannot create. They cannot love. They cannot... I'm hearing thine self. They cannot love thine self. They don't love themselves. This older woman around you, she doesn't love herself. You really think somebody who loves themselves is going to be spending all their time, energy, and effort into dismantling the future of someone else? Also, this woman could be older than you, right? This old-ass woman is spending all her time, energy, and effort trying to dismantle the future of a young couple. You telling me that's someone who loves himself? No. No. You don't love yourself. I don't care what you say. This is not... No. If you really loved yourself, you wouldn't be, 1, 2, tarot 1. Okay. That's not... You're too busy loving yourself. Focusing on yourself, being happy, achieving your goals, wishes, and dreams, manifesting, right? Man, this karmic woman has been in my readings like the past 2.5, maybe 3 days now. This mature woman. I'm telling you, man, she's... It's so funny because she swears she's doing something. This risk that she's doing, it's going to backfire on her. She could end up in poverty. Broke, busted, and disgusted, and man, she really took her slime with her. She has a whole thing of slime, and she couldn't even give me like a little piece. I mean, it's her slime, but like I want her to play with it too, I should have grabbed one for myself. Okay, well, if nothing comes out, I'm gonna, switch. I think that's High Priestess of Fire that came out. In the reverse, maybe? We got 2 cards that came out. Oh, Honesty reverse, Beauty reverse came out. Wow. This person, so this woman is going all out with her magic. So she's trying to get you to incite chaos for yourself in your life. She's trying to get you to be seen as like a liar. Trying to get you to be seen as ugly, right? Either have an ugly heart, ugly insides, or physically ugly, like you're not attractive at all. Like she's trying to get you, whether you're divine feminine or divine masculine. For some of you, it could be one woman that's doing this to 2 people, a divine masculine and a divine feminine, trying to make them seem unattractive to each other. I feel like that's another magic. So one of them, can I have a piece?
See it? It's stuck.
Okay, well, let's not do that like that. Let me see. Yeah, come here.
Take off my shirt. It's very dirty.
Your sweater.
It's alright. It's dirty.
You gotta be careful not to put slime on the clothes, baby.
Can I see it?
Can I have it? Wait.
Can I see it?
The sweater? Proud de mi cultura. That's a cute shirt.
Can I see it?
Yeah, see it's right here. Okay, go play.
But I want to be a princess.
You're always a princess.
Please,
Okay, you have to wait. You have to wait, okay? I promise.
I don't want that. I want to take it off.
Okay, well, you have to wait. I got a little piece. So the magic that she's doing, this woman, right, is to create chaos between two people. For a hot second, I really thought it was just you, Divine Feminine or Divine Masculine. But this is actually very clever. This is why it's even more of a risk. Because so this Karmic Feminine, this older woman, is doing magic on both Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine. And the magic that she's doing is to make them seem like they're unattracted to each other in multiple ways, either emotionally, romantically, sexually, whatever. And on top of that, trying to make them have distrust and discord between the two of you to create chaos, right? And this is why she needs to stop, because it's not working. It's not going to work. The Divine Feminine will always be attracted to her Divine Masculine, and the Divine Masculine will always be attracted to his Divine Feminine. And if you're both divines, what is it that you have to lie about? There's open, honest communication between the both of you, right? And on top of that, if you're already a Divine Masculine and you're already a Divine Feminine, you're safe, sane, stable, secured, honest, attractive, beautiful, handsome. So it just doesn't make sense to me. That's why I don't think she realizes, this Karmic Feminine, I don't think she realizes that, one, it's not gonna work, and two, you don't have permission to do this, right? You don't have permission to do this. So now I'm gonna I wish I had a bigger piece. I'll make it a bigger piece in a minute. I feel like whatever magic that she's doing to this Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine, it's like trust falls between the Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine. It's just bringing the two of you closer together. And that's kind of like, not that you two need it, because I feel like you've already went through everything together. I have to burp. I did a reading recently where I was talking about how Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine was going through like the test of love, and they passed, right? So whatever this Karmic Feminine is doing, it's not really necessary for Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine, but if anything, they're just like fun exercises, right? You know how like when you go to a retreat or like on vacation or whatever, there's like all these extracurricular activities that you can do. You don't have to, because you could just lounge on the beach and drink cocktails all day. You could do that, right? But if you also want to, you can go paragliding or parasailing or ziplining or whatever. You have all these extracurricular activities that you can do, right? So it's kind of like that. That's what I'm saying. This is like a level 1 goblin trying to like attack high levels, and it's just like, if anything, this just ensuring that their bond can, you know, go through anything, can withstand anything. I'll get 2. I'm seeing Jupiter and Venus. Oh, I'm offense. This woman is really, I don't know what it is, man. But this old ass Karmic Feminine, she just, I don't know, she must not have love or never experienced love. But this is someone who's got bitterness etched into her heart and her spirit. Like when she sees young couples, this is someone who, ugh. Like, she just feels some type of way when she sees people in love, or people creating families, or joining together, getting married, getting in relationships. This is somebody who, like, avoids Valentine's Day, or, like, gets very bitter about special holidays, where, you know, just whatever. This woman is, like, has like a straight up aversion to love. There's no love in her heart. There is just straight bitterness, vinegar, nasty, sour. She could also walk around, always have like a stank face, like, or like always judging people. Or like when she hears about couples, she's like, She always has something negative to say about them. Always trying to predict the relationship of others. Right? This is that person. She just, I don't know, man, but she just does not like love. She might not even find herself to be attractive. Maybe this is someone who has like very low self-esteem, very insecure, right? Maybe she's always felt that way her entire life. I also feel like if she's felt like this her entire life, her own insecurities are what has blocked her from achieving or even the possibility of gaining true love, right? Her own insecurities was turned into resentment and then bitterness. Who wants to love someone with a bitter heart? You can't. It's impossible. It's unattractive. It's nasty. It's just, it's not attractive. I feel like somewhere down the line, this woman, because of her own unsolved and unhealed issues and insecurities and blah, 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 without even, it got to a point where she was just consumed by her bitterness and she blocked herself. I don't really want to do a read on her like that, but like, come on, you're in my reading, so what do you want, right? So we have Venus on the fence, right? So she's really trying to cause chaos in some sort of divine relationship, right? She's trying to cause chaos between you and your divine masculine, or you and your divine feminine, right? By making it seem like you guys are unattracted to each other, you guys are lying to each other, there's dishonesty, and because of that, right, it's going to cause chaos, and then you guys can't be in love, and you guys can't be happy. But if I'm not mistaken, Venus is who? Aphrodite, right? She's also wise. So you and your person could be wise in your ways, or you teach each other. There's things that you're able to teach each other, and you listen to each other. That's another reason why, if anything, this is just making the foundation of you and your person stronger, stable. The attraction of, pleasure from, good times. Cherish, enjoy. Charm, art, and beauty are the way to. I feel like you and your person are genuinely enthralled by each other, and this woman is just bitter and alone and resentful of the fact that, I feel like this woman, see, this is so, I kid you not, this woman is saying, I just don't believe that's fair. I just don't believe that's fair. That should be me. I deserve, I just don't believe that's fair. So this older, bitter woman will look at younger couples and be like, I just don't believe that's fair. I deserve love too. You don't even love yourself. I just don't believe that's fair. That's like this woman's favorite line to say. I just don't believe that's fair. I just don't believe that's fair. I deserve, blah, blah, blah. I deserve, I just don't believe that's fair. Just like that. I just don't believe that's fair. That's like her favorite thing to say. I just don't believe that's fair. Like, I just think that's funny. Man. Yeah, there goes Jupiter again. This divine couple is going to be, it's written for the two of you to have success and abundance and joy. I'm also getting Sagittarius, like freedom. You're supposed to be like, who, you and your divine masculine or your divine feminine, you've been granted the freedom to be with each other and to love each other and blah blah blah, right? So if the universe is like eating cookies, like, who gave you permission to do that? The universe is like, yeah, go ahead, be together. Hold up, who gave you permission to do that? I should have let it fall. I think I'm done with this. Why aren't I letting them fall? Yeah, okay. Last one. Keep your involvement hidden in the 12th house. Seeking oneness with all there is. Philanthropy. 12th house. Pisces energy. So this mature woman could be a Pisces. This could be a karmic Pisces. If she's not a karmic Pisces, if that's not her sign, this could just be with that Pisces energy. It's just trying to really mess with like your belief system. So I feel like with that Pisces 12th house energy, I feel like this karmic feminine, okay, keep your involvement hidden, right? Seeking one with okay, all right. So she is trying to mess with your belief system, right? Trying to get you to believe something that isn't true about you, yourself, your person, or trying to get your person to believe something that isn't true about themselves, the relationship, and your person, right? That's the magic that she's doing, obviously, right? And by doing that, by beauty reverse, honesty reverse, all of that is supposed to incite chaos, so that way she can be like, oh my god, did you hear? Oh my god, did you hear? That's all that she's doing right now with keep your involvement hidden. This is something that she's doing behind the scenes, very sneaky, very crafty, right? That's what I'm saying. This is very clever, very, very clever of her to be doing. But at the very same, in the very same breath that she's doing this, it's the repercussions for this is going to be unbearable for her. She won't be able to withstand the blowback from this. She won't. Let her do it. Let her. It won't work. She doesn't have permission to do it. And at the end of the day, this is her choice. This is what she wants to do. She's going to do this. Let her do this, right? But and at the same time, I don't know if she's going to realize this or not, but she's not going to be able to handle the repercussions of this. Everything that she's doing, she's not, I'm telling you, like. And it's interesting because with keep your involvement hidden, she's hiding herself. She's hiding the fact that this was everything that she's been trying to do the entire time. And the big part of this too with that Pisces 12th house energy, again, I just don't believe it's fair. I just don't believe it's fair. Beliefs, right? That 12th Pisces house energy, that's beliefs system. Because she doesn't believe something is fair or right or just, she is trying to cast that illusion onto you or your person. Just based off of how she feels. And the universe is like, yeah, that's... Who gave you permission to do that? That's not working. That's not going to happen. Right? Divine feminine, divine masculine, you have permission to be together. You've been granted freedom to be with each other and marry each other and love each other and blah, blah, blah. You can do that. But this mature karmic feminine, who gave you permission to do that? That's not going to happen. Based on what you believe and what you feel, just because I just don't believe it's fair. I just don't believe it's fair. I deserve. Again, that's her own personal belief. I deserve. I just don't believe it's fair. I just don't believe it's fair. That's her personal beliefs. That's very closed-minded, narrow, selfish. It's ridiculous to believe that things should be different just based on how you personally believe and feel from a selfish point of view. That's what this is, a selfish point of view. Otherwise, you wouldn't be a karmic feminine in reverse. And if you weren't a karmic feminine in reverse, you would be a divine feminine. And if you were a divine feminine, you wouldn't be doing any of this. So that's why none of this is working. Hello? Is anybody home? The lights are on, but is anybody home? Right? Come on. Come on. What are you doing? Come on. 1-800-CONTACTS. I like that commercial. What are you doing? Come on. That's gotta be like, I don't know. Have you ever seen that commercial? There's that one girl, and I noticed they remade that commercial. They did. Because a lot of they remade the commercial, and a lot of those things that they were doing in the original commercial, it must have been so iconic that when they remade the commercial, the original girl that says, "What are you doing? Come on." When they remade the commercial, she said the exact same thing, but the accent was a little off. Right? And it's so funny because I noticed that. I'm like, uh-huh. And even the guy that was saying, "Walk with me to the beauty that is 1-800-contacts," that was said a little differently too. They definitely remade that commercial. With the same characters and, you know, things like that. That's so funny. What are you doing? Come on. Oh, I did bring them up. Okay, cool. I thought I left my seeds in the car. So, after this, I'm gonna eat some seeds. I feel like the divine masculine in this partnership, in this union, he cannot stop looking or thinking about the divine feminine. Oh no, do I need to get another deck? I think it's time. I think this deck is tired. Yeah. Okay, I know which one to use. Oh. Yeah, that deck is tired. It's okay. It's gone through a lot. Rest easy, my babies. Can I have another piece? Please?
Okay.
Thank you.
I got some. Little small.
We got the moon on the bottom of the deck, more Pisces energy. Whatever size.
Where?
It doesn't matter. Nine of Pentacles reversed. So this is a woman, definitely a woman.
Oh.
Hold on. So the moon on the bottom of the deck, and then Nine of Pentacles reversed as I split the deck. So this karmic feminine is very codependent. This could be a gold digger. She could be a karmic Pisces. But she's definitely got secrets and she's trying to keep things hidden, right? With that 12th house energy, more Pisces energy, right? She's trying to keep all of this that she's been trying to do behind the scenes hidden. She could have also been trying to hire people or give people money. Do you think you could do this spell for me? If I give you money, do you think you could get this done? How would I go about, right? This things like that, talking to someone who she heard was a witch or someone she thought was a witch, is like, how much would it cost to, right, inquiring about certain spells and magical services? That's what she's been doing behind the scenes, right? So whoever this woman was, if she was taking trips, a lot of those trips involved contacting or just out of curiosity, how much would it cost, right? It's crazy too because this karmic feminine who's older is in the Nine of Pentacles reverse, a gold digger. Her health is not all right. She's not independent. She's not that smart. She's not that wise, right? And she's just very, she thinks she knows what she's doing. She thinks that she's doing something, but she doesn't even know the basics of what she's doing. And no one's bothering to tell her, or no one bothered to tell her, yeah, this isn't gonna work, because this is first of all, this is someone who doesn't even have money, and she's shelling out boatloads of money to do magic, and no one was telling her. I'm getting past tense. No one was telling her that this wasn't going to work out, because if you're willing to give that much money, we're gonna take it, right? So it's crazy because she's trying to play this divine couple as a fool, but she's being taken for a fool, and she doesn't even have the finances to be losing anyways with the Nine of Pentacles reversed. You already don't have money, and you're giving up the little money that you have to do magic that's not going to work on a divine couple that's already in the process of being together. You see how dumb you are? This woman has demons around her. She's suffering with demons. She's battling demons. This could be just like inner traumas and pain and blah, blah, blah. And at the same time, because of everything that she's been doing, she's been attracting like entities. Like she's feeding. She's like a host. This woman could be having experiences in her home or cold spots in her home. So this could be someone like no matter how much the heat is on, it's always cold, or she could just never get warm or something. I really don't want to be reading into her like this, but you're in my reading, so that's fair game to me, right? It's kind of like you're breaking into my home. I have the right to defend myself. And it's very much supported. Right? It's supported. I'm defending myself. You broke into my reading. I'm defending myself. That's basically how these things work. You can't get mad when you, like, you know, break into someone's energy and it backfires on you. You cannot get mad when that happens. And it's crazy because this woman, she thinks that what she's doing is being hidden. She's trying to keep her involvements hidden. She's trying to keep this hidden. But it's like everybody already knows spiritually. This divine couple knows. God knows. The universe knows. It's like she's the only one that doesn't know that she's been seen. I'm seeing the Seven of Swords reverse. I feel like there's something in like my chest. This woman is like constantly having to hold back tears. This could be a big ass crybaby too. Always crying about something. And it's like nah, and it's just not like no one's outright attacking this woman, but she's always finding some reason to be offended, right? It's oh man. It's so funny. I mean, it's not like This is my reading. I can laugh if I want to. It's my birthday. I can cry if I want to. Alright. Four of Pentacles reverse. Yeah, I feel like she needs to let this go. She has to let this go. And that's crazy too, because one of the consequences of all of this is that she's going to be let go as well. Let go from a job, a home, a relationship, a family, a dynamic, an environment, right? She's going to be... It's crazy because she may not even... So what? The Nine of Pentacles reverse came out, right? She didn't even give me peace. The Nine of Pentacles reverse came out, reverse, right? When I split the deck. Because she refuses to let this go and, you know, put an end to this, I'm telling you, man, she's not going to be able to handle this. You may get a call from a family member asking if you could loan them a couple bucks, or if they could just, you know, stay with you until they figure out a place to go. It's this person. It's this person. No, ma'am, you cannot stay here. No, sir, you cannot stay here. Right? And they're going to turn to you because all other avenues, and they don't have anyone else to turn to. They don't, because realistically, nobody wants them around. And they're going to be feeling that. They're going to be feeling like they're unwanted. And for this person's ego, for them to be so, I just don't believe that's fair. And for them to be like, I deserve, I deserve, I deserve. So when they realize, wow, they're not wanted. Nobody wants them around. Nobody needs them. Nobody, right? When they realize that, I'm telling you, they're not going to be able to handle that. Because their ego, they're already in the state of mind, I deserve, I deserve, I deserve. So when everything is taken away from them and they have nothing and they can't call on no one, all because they didn't want to let this go. All they should have let this go. Four of Pentacles reverse. also feel like they should have let go trying to figure out ways to dismantle this divine union. They spent a lot of time trying to figure out how to, well, how can I? And it's like, that's not your business of how can you. You don't even have permission to do that. That's not your job. That's not your place. Stop trying to figure out how to get this divine union from happening. That's not. You should have stopped long ago, ages ago, years ago, months ago, weeks ago. Three of Wands. Wow. On top of the courtship card. Yeah, this divine couple, they're going to be expanding. This could be, they're going to get a new home. They could be traveling. They could be growing together spiritually, mentally, financially, physically. For some of you, you're going to be growing your family. I did a reading yesterday where it talked about some of you divine feminines are going to be welcoming the birth of a son, right? That's that Three of Wands energy, expansion, growth, seeing past the horizon. So whatever this weird crap is, the two of you, because you're divine feminine, divine masculine, you have the wisdom to see past this, right? Seven of Swords reverse. I just said that too. I told you I was seeing the Seven of Swords reverse in my head. Look, the Seven of Swords reverse on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, this woman's weird energy has been seen. She's been sawed. She's been got. That's why it's so funny, because what was it? I did a reading. I think it was like last week, and it was based on a dream I had, and the whole premise of the reading was gotcha, because somebody was trying to do something, but I seen it, and it was like gotcha, I see it. So it's like whatever this weird karmic feminine was doing, and it's crazy because this is someone older trying to mess with a younger divine feminine, divine masculine. Can I have a piece, please? Please, I'm begging you, please. Let me see.
I want to
Well, you didn't. Can I have a piece? Wait, hold on.
Oh, too low.
Okay, you can take it now. Wait, I want this one. Here you go. But you have this whole thing. Look, she's mad because I took this piece. Fine, here. Can I please? Can I have a piece, please?
I got this one.
She's about to give me the tiniest little piece ever.
Here we go.
Wow! I told you. Look at that little piece. Please, can I have a piece? Please, I'm begging you, please.
Okay.
Can I have a bigger piece?
No bigger piece. A little bigger piece.
Fine.
There's a piece. I want this piece.
She took it back. It's fine. It's yours. I'm not gonna complain. I feel bad about it, but it is what it is. It's yours. Get your cat. Your cat's on the floor. Right there. Grab her. Man. This is why when you're buying slime for your kids, always grab one for yourself. Alright. My Venus card flipped up right. Cherish, enjoy, charm, art, and beauty are the way too. So this divine couple are expanding. They're growing together. They're learning. They're cherishing each other's energy. They're enjoying each other's energy. My nose is getting stuffy. There's arts, beauty, and charm. They could also be traveling or experiencing new things together. Maybe like museums or whatever, right? Expanding each other's mind, perception. These are things that they're actively doing because it's red. They're actively doing these things, right? So that's good. Knight of Swords upright, Four of Wands upright. I just love my cards. All right. Four of Wands upright, Knight of Swords upright. That's you and your baby boo. That's you and your person. All right, you guys are happy, healthy, at peace. Look at them. They're just happy. Look at them dancing, having a good time. The angels are singing la 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 la. The ocean is behind them, right? And then there's more here. Like, you guys are entering a whole new era of depth and love and joy, and you guys could be nurturing each other, right? Or one is now pouring appropriately into the other, right? And then with this Knight of Swords, it's kind of like this is happening at a rapid pace, rapid. It's happening so fast that this karmic mature feminine, she's witnessing these things happening at a rapid pace, and it's like the stupid little magic that she's doing, it can't catch up. It's like, because the magic, first of all, the magic, it's just not, the magic cannot catch up, right? So let's say like she throws like she did some magic a couple months ago, right? And it's just now getting to you, and by the time it gets into your energy field, the angels swat it away, right? That's how slow her magic is. That's how ineffective and weak her magic is. It's like her magical attacks is like being delayed by like months. And she could be like, is my magic working? Is my magic working? Just ask me if your magic is working. You don't have to. I just seen 010144. You don't have to ask me like, how's that? I know what you really want to ask. Is my magic working? Is my magic working? Right? So if she hears bad news, oh my god, I can't believe that would, oh my god. Meanwhile, she's like, the expectation would be like doing backflips and woohoo, yay, my magic worked, woohoo! But it's not happening. That's not what she's getting. Oh my god. It's starting to feel tight up here. Like strained, almost. Five of Pentacles, upright. She's trying to hide the fact that she feels left out in the cold. And so that's what another thing is with that, keep your involvement hidden. So basically, the only reason why she's been doing all of this magic is because she felt deep in her soul that if the two of you got together, so this could be divine feminine, this could have been your mom, or divine masculine, this could have been your mom, or this could have been like a caregiver or a parent or a guardian or someone that had a major role in your life when you were a single person. But this person, they knew deep down in their soul that if you get married and you move on with your life, you know, obviously they can't, a marriage isn't three people, right? They can't have babies with you and your person. They can't, you know, they have to be on the sideline at their time, you know. So I feel like they were just afraid of being in the Five of Pentacles, left out in the cold. I'm also getting with the Nine of Pentacles reversed. This is someone who is very codependent on you or your person, or you and your person. So if you guys were not married, then that's cool, that's fine, because they still had whatever, right? I don't know. So they did a lot of magic behind the scenes for selfish reasons. That's why it wasn't working. Very selfish reasons. It's trying to prevent a divine feminine and a divine masculine from being together just so they wouldn't feel alone. That's very selfish. That's why it was never going to work. That's an airplane, but that sounds very, very low. It's like a low-hanging airplane. So this woman is like hovering around you and your person. And she's very, I don't know, there's something coming off very desperate about her energy. Her time is up. That's what I'm getting. Like, she's very scared and desperate. Her time is up. Eight of Wands upright. Wow. Yeah, Eight of Wands upright on top of the Nine of Swords upright. Something is happening so fast. Like, there's some sort of movement some sort of event, movement. For some of you, it could be like you and your person are about to get married, or you're getting married, or you're going to be having a child, or you're moving. And this woman is like not going to find out until like after or in the process. Right? And so, mind you, she's been doing a lot of magic so that way you and your person either wouldn't get married, have children, wouldn't move, wouldn't be successful, wouldn't upgrade in life, wouldn't expand, wouldn't grow, being that Three of Wands energy. Because that Three of Wands energy will lead to the Four of Wands energy, right? You're growing and expanding and enjoying and cherishing, right? That's why it also says keep your involvement hidden, because whatever you and your person are going through or experiencing or doing together, don't be telling people. Right, your successes, don't be saying anything. If you want to say something until after it's happened, after it's done, that's fine. But if you tell this karmic feminine before it happens or during the process, you can bet your bottom dollar that she would do everything in her power to try to prevent that or to delay that. Not that it's going to happen. I mean, it's not, her magic's not going to work. It might be delayed for a bit, but that's because you opened your mouth and told her. But I do feel like the communication between you and your person it's like dramatically changing, but in a good way. 10 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Reverse. This is somebody who has like an unhealthy emotional attachment to either you, your person, or the both of you. And this is someone who will do anything and everything in her power to make sure that she can keep that unhealthy emotional attachment. 8 of Swords, but it's not working, and this is her. She feels trapped in her own chaos, and she's going to feel trapped in her own chaos because, again, this is someone who's trying to incite chaos between you and your person, either by getting you to create the chaos or your person to create the chaos. The whole point of that is so that if there's chaos, there's, no further progression. You and your person can't be together. I'm getting bored of this reading now, so bye.